do love Clarkson a bit more.
Oh,
No shade to you, Brad. I just wish I were Bonnie Blue sometimes. What can
ew! Hey guys, welcome to another Normal Gays video where you take on LGBT insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
Hello.
We're gonna do our first dating advice video where we listen to your situations and give you our advice from the normal gays. A mix of stable and chaotic, perhaps.
He's referring to himself and me.
Yeah.
He's in a committed relationship. I am
Exploring.
we're exploring.
Anyway, if you guys want to send us one of your dating stories, the link will be in the description to do that. But now let's get into our first one. I think I haven't heard this one, so let's take a listen.
Hi, Brad and Clarkson. I love you both. Although I do love Clarkson a bit more.
Oh,
No shade to you, Brad. I just wish I were Bonnie Blue sometimes. What can
ew! Why
Bonnie
would you?
Blue?
Well, because you say you would be bi for Bonnie Blue,
would
which is
be.
disgusting. This person, you're making people wish they were.
You cannot put that on me.
I'm putting it a little on you.
No.
Oh gosh,
Wish you were Bonnie Blue.
this person.
Come on.
Seek help.
Well, they are. That's why they said it.
I guess.
Stuff.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's keep going.
what can I say? Anyhow, so I guess my dating question is more general than specific to any one person. I'm a female to male transsexual, and I'm only attracted to men. And I have been passing now, and that's new for me in the past half a year. I spent 37 years of my life being perceived as a woman, and I am one of the trans people who does acknowledge biology, so I understand and accept that I'm biologically female. But the awkward position that puts me in, being attracted to men, being biologically female with certain parts downstairs, is that, straight men are no longer attracted to me, and I'm being perceived as an attractive twink now, which I love. I feel really happy and don't have gender dysphoria. But I guess what I could use some help on is, since the demographic of men that might be dating possibilities is changing, I'm feeling unsure how to navigate that in a way that is respectful to biological gay men.
Hmm.
I know a lot of, I don't know if it's offensive to say cis gay men, but I know a lot of regular gay men, normal gay men, can feel like their spaces are being invaded by trans masc and trans men, and I don't want to I don't want to enter those spaces like in a way that's like entitled or making people uncomfortable. I'm not really sure how to go about that. I know in like dating apps or hookup apps like Grindr and such, there's always the possibility of me like just being really like obvious about it, like broadcasting it, so to speak, and reassuring folks that I'm not offended if that's not their thing. But like if I were to go to like a gay bar um, or some kind of kink event, or I don't know, like I'm not even really sure yet. Gay sports teams, I don't know if like what all gay men's spaces exist, and like how to navigate entering those, how to navigate if flirtationships happen, as seems to be really common when you put a bunch of horny men together. But yeah, like I guess I'm not really sure how to navigate that in a way that's respectful. I mean, I guess in an ideal world, I would ideally not invade such spaces, but like in a sense that would kind of eliminate my dating options, since I'm definitely not going to be straight men's thing anymore. Yeah, anyhow, if you guys have any advice on that, on how to go about that in a way where I can enjoy the experiences I've, missed out on my whole life due to transitioning late, without like doing harm to a group that I'm technically a guest in and not innately a part of. I would really appreciate any advice. Thank you guys so much.
Honestly, that was really sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
agree.
congratulations on passing now. Love that you love the twink. I was there at one point in my life. Great time. I think broadcasting, obviously with social, like with dating apps, broadcasting it would be the first route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then anyone who swipes right on you knows what they're getting into, and you haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
As long as you're not tricking anyone or deceiving anyone, which you don't want to do, you're not doing anything wrong by just being who you are, which is a trans man, so biological female. And there's people that are into that. There's bi people. There's people that are just a little fluid when it comes to Bonnie Blue. You know what I'm saying? There's people that like,
and I wouldn't exclude I wouldn't say straight men are not into it at all.
They might be.
There's
some that might still be into it.
Right. I'm saying like I wouldn't only go after gay men because I feel like really the best route, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, I don't know if this is advice on just like having fun, which I don't really think we give, but if you're looking for like a long-term relationship, I think what you should just do is be very social in your community and even in maybe like different LGBT groups. And then
just don't tell them you watch us or you'll get excommunicated.
Let's not add another wrench to throw in, but just get involved in your community and you might find a connection that.
Yeah. Like you mentioned the gay sports leagues. No one cares if a biological female wants to play with men. It's not, you would be in a different situation if you were a trans woman and then playing in women's sports. I personally if whatever, the only disadvantage, first off, it's just for fun. It's like rec stuff. The only disadvantage would be to yourself. I don't think you're invading anyone's space by playing on a gay men's team. They don't really care, especially because presumably you would tell them that you were trans. I think it is totally fine to go to gay bars, play in gay men's leagues, whatever, as a trans man, as long as you're not tricking anyone, as long as you're upfront with this information. I mean, you may find that some people, even many people who maybe are flirting with you or whatever, when they find that out, are no longer interested. And you shouldn't, as long as they're not like super disrespectful about it, which there's no need to be, you should, of course, accept that. That's their right to not be interested in that. But some of them might be. Some of them might not care. Like more people are bi than you might think.
Right.
Or a little not super strict.
Yeah. And I think like the biggest thing is making sure that you're confident in who you are. Like truly confident in being who you are, which is trans. Because if you have that confidence, you're going to be able, because dating's a numbers game. You're going to be able to go back to back to back. Okay, I got rejected by this person because they might not like my parts. That's fine. It's not their prerogative. Next one. And then you'll eventually maybe find your person.
But also I feel like most gay men meet partners on dating apps now. And you can sort for that by just putting trans man in your bio. Anyone is going to see that and swipe right on you only if they're interested in that.
Right.
So to me, I do understand wanting to meet people in person, but that is tough to do. I feel like a lot of gay people don't do that
in person.
Yeah, you just meet them on Grindr.
I don't have Grindr.
What is it? Sniff, scratch, whatever.
No, I have Hinge and Tinder.
Sure.
Actually, some of you guys have liked me on Hinge.
Oh. How do you know that?
Because they write a little message. They're like, I watch you on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that like good for you? Or are you like, oh?
I normally don't respond to those things.
Yeah, okay. You don't want to date a fan?
I don't know. Maybe.
So I feel like you would like to date a fan because
I like attention.
And the ego.
Yeah. Brad knows me fairly well.
Well, I'm similar. All right. Do we have anything else to say to our friend here?
No, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate the message. And I think that you are a prime example of the type of trans people we stick up for.
Yeah. And you're not doing anything wrong and don't feel bad. Just be okay with who you are and just be transparent with people. And then you're not doing anything wrong. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's listen to our next message.
Hi, Brett and Clark. I wanted to start. Thank you so much for doing this advice segment because I am definitely needing some right now. My name is Emma. I'm a 21-year-old full-time college student and full-time EMT in Washington. My girlfriend and I have been dating for about 1.5 years, and the last couple of months, ever since I started school, we've been arguing because she feels we aren't spending enough time together, which we aren't spending as much time together, I would say. Right now, I go to classes Monday through Thursday, and then I work Fridays through Sundays. We try to go on a date every other week. We are pretty good about that. We usually do it on like Wednesday or Thursday. And we do call or text pretty regularly, usually once a day. Sometimes we'll go like a day without it, but I feel like that's pretty normal. The problem comes from, I guess, is like we used to do a lot more. She wants to do that much again, but like I have to study after, I need time to study after class, and especially after long shifts. I mean, I'm too tired to like even make myself dinner. Usually I just go straight to bed, and I can't cut back on my hours because we're just at different financial points of our lives, which I don't think she's really understanding either, I guess. She wants to move in together to solve this problem, but I don't really agree with that because I feel like instead of giving us more time to hang out together and be together, it'll just give us more time to argue with each other. Any advice would be appreciated. Thank you so much.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't think that I have the best advice on this because I'm not in a relationship, and I haven't been for about a year and a half. So I'm gonna hand the mic over to Brad first.
Yeah, so a lot there. You're 21. Oh my God, you're still so young.
Oh my gosh, she's 21.
Yeah, she said she's 21.
And they've been together for almost 2 years.
Yeah, so they've been together for a while.
This is probably not just a product of your schedules, but maybe a product of like your growing up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But I guess what I think is that if you're in a, so this is, I went through something not that dissimilar because I got together with my boyfriend when he was in medical school. So he was studying a lot. He was doing long hours and we made it work. And then we went through residency when he was working really long hours. And I think if it's the right person, then you just need to have a long-term outlook. The problem is that at 21, it's kind of hard to know if that, like, is this the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? But they are lesbians. So
I was gonna say, I think they've been decided since date number 1.
so the U-Haul, so I guess what I would say is if you see a long-term future with this person, with this woman, do not like break up a relationship just because of short-term difficulties. When there's on the horizon after you graduate from college, your schedules will look differently. Like, I think it is so hard to find the right person for you that you should do everything you can to make it work. And if that means that you find the energy to do something even after a long shift and you push yourself a little bit, if that means that you find ways to remind her that you're in her life even when you're not talking every day, like maybe you just randomly send her flowers or a fruit arrangement or something. Like if you find ways to make the extra effort to maintain the relationship even though you can't spend as much time together as you want to or you used to, I think it can still work. And then I actually think she's right. I think that moving in together would help a lot because
they don't live together.
No, they don't.
Sorry, my attention span's so bad. Okay, well, that's like problem number 1. Because I was thinking, well, you can still spend time together. Like, it doesn't have to be these extravagant dates. You don't have to leave the house. Maybe you guys can just sit and watch a movie or just sit and talk and do something like that.
If you live together, even if you have crazy schedules or whatever, it just builds in more time together. Brushing your teeth, having a snack after dinner, like eating breakfast in the morning, it just builds it in. So I get what you're saying about how you're worried you'll argue more, but are you arguing a lot? Because that would be a red flag in its own for the relationship.
If this is the content of the argument, then I think
if that's
solve it. But
if the only issue is we're having conflict because we don't spend enough time together, and moving in would help that. So then I wouldn't be worried about more conflict. If there are other issues where you're fighting a lot, then I wouldn't necessarily move in together.
Right. I think what you have to ask yourself is like what Brad said, is this the person you're going to marry and that you want to spend the rest of your life with? Because it is.
You don't have to be 100% certain.
But you've gotta have some type of foresight, because this type of dynamic involves a lot of sacrifice, and it's going to involve more of your time at a very like important part of your life. So if it's not that, if you truly don't see it, then I think it would be best for both of you guys to end it. But if you do see it and you want to make it work, and you both do, then yeah, move in together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 2 years and you guys both see a future, so why not?
I agree. Anything else for our friend here? But I hope it works out. Good luck. All right, one more before we wrap up. And guys, if you want to send us one, the link is in the description. But now let's listen to our next voicemail.
Hi, Brad. Hi, Clarkson. My name is Aubrey, and I'm really, really happy that you guys are doing this segment because me and my boyfriend have been kind of going back and forth about the idea of him getting a motorcycle for about like the past month now. And last night we got into like a huge fight about it. Like, I was like sobbing because I'm really scared of him getting hurt. And we live in Houston, and he's 18. I feel like I don't need to say anything else. Like,
You
Houston
don't.
is notoriously known for the worst drivers and the craziest drivers and just, I mean, crazy stuff.
Miami.
And he's so young. I just don't want him to get hurt. And I've looked at the statistics on it. Like, I'm not just like, going off of what I've heard from other people. Like, I've looked at the stuff, and the statistics are crazy for Houston. Like, people die all the time. And I don't want him to die, obviously. And we've been together for 3 years, and we're talking about, moving out and getting married and starting a life together. But I don't know if I want to do that with somebody who is risking their life every time that they get on the bike. You know what I mean? And I've made it very clear to him how I feel about it, and he doesn't seem to, like, his mind's not seeming to change. So I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if I'm being dramatic and selfish, and like he thinks I'm letting my fear control him, and honestly, I feel like yeah, he's not wrong, but at the same time, like, I just don't want him to die. So I don't know what to do. Please help me, please.
Dump him.
Dump him.
Dump him
before he dumps himself off of a motorcycle. This shit. He's 18.
I know it is. I have a little compassion for him in the sense that we were all young and dumb, and a lot of young men in particular have this false sense of invulnerability.
Yeah, I still do, kind of.
Yeah, but it's what he's doing is incredibly selfish, and it's
stupid.
And the fact that he's saying you're letting your fear control him or trying to control him with your fear, no, you're caring about him.
Yeah,
and he doesn't seem to care enough about the fact, like, what is it about riding a motorcycle? It's going to add so much to his life that could possibly be worth the trade-offs of dying or causing you stress and anxiety. And
yeah, like, why are you okay with taking the risk? Because you're not just taking the risk for your own life, you're taking it for your loved ones as well, because they have to go through that.
Everything about it gives selfish and immature, which, to be fair,
and projection.
18-year-old boys, that is not the craziest thing in the world, and he might become a more responsible, less selfish person as he grows up and that frontal cortex hits. But in the current moment, I don't think you should be planning a life with somebody who is so selfish and immature about something as important as their own life.
You're very young. You're both very young, and it's just you. Yeah, you're very young. I wouldn't think that you're being selfish. Also, I have friends that are doctors, friends that are morticians, friends that are psychics. Brad doesn't believe in that. But every single one of them that I've talked to, when you talk about people that deal with dead people and trauma, it's always never get on a motorcycle, because they see it firsthand every single day. People are dying left and right on a motorcycle. And she looked up the statistics. She knows. So really, like, getting a motorcycle, I know some people love it and it becomes a culture for them, but it is really one of the most selfish things you can do. It really is.
It is that deep too. It's not like
it really is that. Yeah, like it's not like this is just, oh, you're just scared.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Like, if you want to go and like stand on the side of a building when it's super windy, I might tell you to stop because you might die. Like,
it's so honestly, dump him is a little glib, but you should really consider two things. One, can you build a life in a relationship with somebody
who doesn't care about your feelings,
who is this immature? And then two, the way he's handled this doesn't sound like he takes your perspective or feelings that seriously. And that's actually probably a bigger red flag than the first one.
And that's something that I think a lot of young men specifically learn with age when it comes to relationships. So he might just be young and maybe now's not the time.
If he really saw you as his future wife and mother of his children, I don't think he'd be getting on that motorcycle.
He might not even be thinking that far in the future because he's only 18. You know, he's just thinking, oh, I'm.
But it sounds like she thinks that they are both thinking like that.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about a future together and all this. He's clearly not super serious about that based on the evidence of his actions and what his words are.
He doesn't know what it means to actually like live a life, you know, abiding by what he wants his future to be.
So I mean, I would very clearly communicate this to him. And then if he does it anyway, I would reevaluate your relationship. Not saying you have to dump him. I would consider doing so.
Because if he doesn't listen to you, it's not about the actual motorcycle anymore. It's about the fact that he's not taking into account any of your perspective at all.
Yeah. And it's not just like, oh, well, she doesn't like this or she wants me. She prefers this. It's like literally risking his life for no reason without putting weight on the fact that that affects you too. That's really bad.
Yeah. Tell him to go skydiving or something. There's less risk with that.
But also don't do that. Fucking read a fucking book.
Yeah. Find some other way to buy your time.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, guys, let us know what you think about these situations. You can send in a voicemail with your request.
Oh, get a convertible. Sorry.
Get a convertible. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, that's a good
one with airbags, safety tested.
And one of those hard bars, so if it flips, he doesn't die.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
That's right.
All right. Well, let us know what you think, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. The link to send one in is in the description. And we'll do another one of these if you guys enjoyed it. So let us know. All right. And with that, we'll be back with more Normal Gays content real soon.